Hey people, it's NIyas713. It's another Black Heroes video, and this is from blackpass.org. Now, I always want to recommend this page, so if you can find a way to financially support them, please do. They really do a good job of teaching good Black history. So here we go. Rigaud, 1761-1811. Benoit Joseph Andre Rigaud was a Haitian political and military figure who controlled southern Haiti during the country's civil war against the North, then controlled by Toussaint Louverture during his war for independence, 1791 to 1803. Rigaud was the leader of the Mulatto Party after the Haitian Revolution began and political chief of the island's free colored people. Rigaud was born in 1761 in Les Cayes, Saint-Domingue, present-day Haiti. He was born to Charles-François Rigaud, a rich planter from France, and Rose Bossy, a black woman born into slavery but by that point free. At a young age, he was sent to Bordeaux, France, where he received a training in goldsmithery. In France, Rigaud joined the French army and fought during the American War of Independence as part of the French Haitian soldiers in Savannah, Georgia in 1779 and in 1790. In Guadeloupe, when monarchist rebels on the island refused to free their black slaves as ordered by the new French revolutionary government. Back in Haiti, he joined the militia in Les Cayes. After the Haitian Revolution began, he commanded the independence force called Légion d'Égalité du Sud, the Southern Legion of Equality, which fought the invading British Army in June 1794. By 1796, Rigaud was the de facto leader of the south of Haiti for a short time, waging a civil war with the northern two-thirds of Haiti, then controlled by Toussaint Louverture. Though they were not initially rivals, personal and political tensions between the two grew as Rigaud refused to give control of southern Haiti to Louverture. These growing tensions led to the Guerre des Couteaux, War of Knives, from June 1799 to July 1800, which was eventually won by Louverture, giving him control of the entirety of Haiti and forcing Rigaud to flee to the last remaining French colony in the Caribbean, Guadeloupe. In 1802, Andre Rigaud participated in the Leclerc expedition to Haiti led by General Charles Victor Emmanuel Leclerc, whose goal was to overthrow Louverture, restore slavery, and exterminate part of the island's black people. Although Leclerc captured Louverture and returned him to France, the expedition was an overall failure because the French failed to put down the Haitian expedition or forces, Haitian independence forces, or restore slavery. Rigaud came back to France with the French forces, but shortly after that he was imprisoned in Fort Dijon, France in April 1803, in the same prison where Toussaint Louverture was held and eventually died. Rigaud survived and was eventually released. Rigaud came back to Haiti in 1810. Soon afterward, he established himself as president of the South and attempted to persuade the South of Haiti to cede from the rest of the country, but that attempt was unsuccessful. He died on September 18, 1811, at the age of 50. Andre Rigaud had always supported the rights of free mulattoes, but had often shown resentment towards black Haitians. His black soldiers never rose to high ranks, and he was essentially in favor of slavery, despite the major goal of the Haitian Revolution to end the practice. In his memoir, he said he has always fought the enemies of France. These elements make him a complex figure, both a revolutionary, fighting for his class's rights, the mulattoes, and a loyalist to both the racial establishment and French power. Well, I've often talked in these Black Traitors videos, and I've often brought up how it's often the mixed people, mulattoes, or whatever you want to call them, that are these traitors. And in this one, he literally calls himself the leader of the mulattoes, and well, I don't think he literally said that, but he sees himself as defending the rights of free mulattoes. He sees himself and the mulatto group as above and separate from the native black Haitians. And he fought against them, he fought against Toussaint Louverture, and he fought of himself as an upholder of the racial hierarchy and a servant to France who were there to oppress the blacks. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this Black Traitors video. If you would like to support this channel, I'll leave my Cash App in the description. I'm going to leave this article in the description. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I'll leave it there as well. And if you want to buy one of my t-shirts, I'll leave that there as well. Peace.